Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? Hope you're all doing great today. So, in this presentation, we are going to talk about something that's actually really close to home. Can you guess it, please? Yes, you are correct. That is the relationship between forest loss and flood frequency in Indonesia. We all know how beautiful Indonesia's forests are, right? But lately, we keep hearing news about floods again and again. So, what's really going on? That's what we want to find out here. In this section, we focus on Kalimantan between 2010 and 2020, and we've prepared some data visualization to make the explanation clear and easy to follow. But before we get started, let me introduce my team. I'm Septia Resiana together with Farid Alparizi, Okta Ramadayanti, and Santi Roswita Purba. Alright, let's jump up into the background first. Do you know, guys, Indonesia's forests used to be called the lungs of the world, but now those lungs are shrinking. Why? Because of palm oil expansion, illegal logging, and mining activities. While these industries support our economy, they also bring serious environmental consequences. When forests are gone, the land loses its natural protection. Trees that used to absorb rainwater are no longer. Then, when floods start to happen more often and more frequently. According to the data from the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, floods have drastically increased in areas with massive deforestation, especially in Kalimantan and Sumatra. So, we want to see how strong this connection really is through data. Now, let's move to our main focuses. This part will be explained by Santi Roswita Purba.
Okay, thank you, Matt. So let me introduce myself. My name is Santi Roswita Purba, and now let's move on to research focus. Our research aims to answer this question: how does the reduction of forest area influence the occurrence of floods in Indonesia? We focus on two variables. The number one is independent variable, which is talking about forest cover or the amount of forest remaining. And the last one is dependent variable. It's talking about the frequency of floods. In this study, we specifically examined Kalimantan from 2010 to 2020 to identify the pattern. We expect that as forest cover decreases, flood events will increase. To support our analysis, we collected and combined data from several trusted sources. And we used data from three main institutions. The number one is Global Forest Watch for the annual deforestation rate. And the number two is BNPB, or National Disaster Management Agency, for flood frequency data. And the last one is the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, or KLHK, for official environmental reports. Our dataset covers 2010 to 2020 in Kalimantan. It allows us to compare forest area loss with the increase in flood events over time. So let's look at the chart to see.
Okay, thank you, Santi. Next, I will explain the bar chart. As you can see in this bar chart, the green bars represent forest cover, while the blue bars represent the number of flood events in Kalimantan from 2010 and 2020. In 2010, forest cover was still around 65%, and the number of flood events was relatively low. However, by 2020, forest cover had decreased to around 50%, while flood events had to increase by almost 16%. This pattern clearly shows a strong negative correlation between forest loss and flood frequency. It tells us that deforestation directly contributes to more frequent flooding. To understand the relationships more deeply, let's discuss why this happens.
Okay, thank you for the material, Okta. Okay, next, move to me. Case happened in South Kalimantan in 2021. The province experienced one of the first floods in its history. Massive deforestation from mining and palm oil plantation had destroyed thousands of hectares of forest. As a result, rainwater that should have been absorbed by the trees caused heavy flooding, displacing over 100,000 people. The second case is Luwu Utara. Sorry. The second case is North Luwu in South Sulawesi in 2020. There, forest destruction in the upstream area triggered a flash flood that killed more than 30 people and destroyed several villages. But the case show that destroyed is not just an environmental issue, it's a human crisis. Finally, let's summarize our findings and reflect on what we have learned. In conclusion, our study proves that deforestation strongly increases the risk of floods. Protecting forests is essential not only for the environment but also for human safety. From this presentation, we learned that data visualization helps people understand complex issues more easily. Seeing the cause makes the problem more real and urgent. For our personal improvement this week, we focus on deeper content, clear explanation, natural body gesture, and better interaction with the audience. Therefore, protecting the forest means protecting life. Come on, save our earth, save our forest. Thank you for attention. Thank you for time. And goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.